Hello everyone, this is Reginald with Income Solutions Network. I'm here today to tell you about how I trade using indicators. Now let's get started. The reason why I started using indicators is to get rid of some of the anxiety that involves trading, especially with speculative trading. And so using the indicators can reduce some of that emotional stress. But what I do is I actually use two screens, and so for the sake of this video I added everything on one screen, and I have four charts here. The first chart and the second chart are my primary indicators. The third and the fourth chart are my candles. On the first and the second chart, which is a 2000 tick chart on the first one, the second one is a 500 tick chart, and the third and the fourth is the same. 2000 tick chart on the third, 500 tick chart on the fourth. My primary indicators are triple EMAs, RSI with a common average, volume up down pressure, buy and sell pressure, which is right here, and cumulative delta, of course, which I use to confirm all of the indicators. This one is not a delayed indicator as the other ones are lagging indicators. As I mentioned, I use this to reduce the stress. It takes years to develop, and even after years of trading, you can still have a little anxiety or FOMO. On this chart, this is the NinjaTrader 8 chart, which I love to use. The third and the fourth, I have VWAP, a 21 EMA, Fibonacci pivots, which allows me to see what direction the traders are going, a tick counter, and at the bottom I have here the ATR, average trading range. This allows me to decide on my stop loss, depending on how big it is or how small I may use a stop loss. You see here it's different for each one, but my primary chart is the 2000 tick chart. I use the 500 to help me decide on making the trade when they are exactly in agreement or close to agreement. And what we're looking for is everything to be going long in this situation for this example. Now let's go ahead and get started. I believe I covered everything basic for you, and we're going to look for a long. You see here the RSI is going down at the moment. It's not in full agreement. Cumulative is close, and an agreement right there. Now, like I said, this was an example, and so I showed it as a long. You see here the red has already, which is my fast triple EMA, excuse me. RSI is up, crossed over the common average, and you see everything else going green. This has already changed, but it went green when it made the change. And this is 500. The 500 works much faster and shows how contracts. I actually at one time tried to test the 250, but to do this manually is too difficult for me to be able to trade on the 250. It's just so much faster. And you'll see up here is $100. Now this is just a basic way I trade. Like I said, I do a few other things, and I look at the support and resistance. I didn't show you, but I actually also look at the 10-minute, the 60, and the one-day chart before I get started. And what I do, let me expand this. I look at the highs and the lows. For this example, to make it short, I'm not going to change everything. But I look for the highs and the lows. I look for support and resistance before I get started. And I used to actually mark it, but now I basically look at it and keep in mind which one. The support and resistance change continuously. And I also, sometimes I may go for 1 point or as much as 2 points, but you can go for more. You just have to kind of know your chart. You know when it's time to break out and everything, and the indicators help that a lot. So basically this is the technique that I use. I hope you got some informative information from it. Any further training or funded accounts, please take a look at the description below, and of course like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.